So I don't knock none of them. But let's be real, man. Spence only really fought one guy, Kell Brook. And Kell Brook only fought one guy. You know what I mean? And that was Shawn Porter. And Danny Garcia only fought two guys. Well, really one. I don't know, man. I'm different. I just look at, you know what I mean? Like, what have you done? Or what have they done that's so different than me? And they've been in this division longer than me. They fought each other. Okay. So since they fought each other, that makes them, so if I beat Aegis, that makes him a top welterweight then. If I beat, but Jeff Horn was considered one of the biggest welterweights in the division. He never lost in the division. Tell me, then.
That was Terence Crawford in a previous Instagram live session, I guess you want to say. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, let me jump into the mix. Before SLC, subscribe, like, and comment, really in that order. If you like boxing, I'm giving you the freshest, rawest, uncut, that puro, that blue magic when it comes to this boxing talk. SLC, subscribe, like, and comment. Terence Crawford. So we did that Instagram rant. That was a little bit ago, some time ago, but I got to revisit it because these are statements that Terence Crawford previously made publicly and, you know, had no problem saying. So he's basically was questioning really the PBC fighters and saying, what have they done so great, or what have they done that's so different than what I've done? And they've been in the division longer. Now, this is going to get real chippy, because I say my opinion on my channel that I created, no problem. However, some people seemingly have a problem with what I'm saying. Fans will say, oh, this and that and X, Y, and Z. However, I maintain the same things that I say, unless you can change my mind with intellect. That's literally the only way, is if you can enlighten me. So I've made statements and I've kept it all the way funky. I told you that Crawford's a great fighter. The fight with Errol is 50-50. But these are statements from Crawford that I really disagree with, where Crawford is saying and acting like he's done the same heavy lifting. I've also been on record stating that I believe Errol Spence is the one that has done the heavier lifting, thus or therefore he should be the A side. Some people act like they cannot understand this. But you heard Terence Crawford, when he did this live, he said Kell Brook really only fought one person, and that was Errol Spence. So when I'm making statements saying that the last two opponents that Terence Crawford faced were Errol Spence leftovers, then that comment from Terence Crawford doesn't age well, because if you're claiming that Kell Brook only fought one person, he didn't say anything about Gennady Golovkin, even though that was a higher weight class. That's still a person that he fought that you would have to give him credit for, because he did give Golovkin no guys and Max. He gave him some problems, right? But if we were only talking about welterweight, whatever, you said Kell Brook really only fought one person to that point, and that was Shawn Porter. So really, it sounded like you're undermining Errol Spence's victory in home in Sheffield, where Kell Brook is from, in 2017. So how do you explain Terence Crawford and Top Rank later making a fight with Kell Brook when he hadn't been in the welterweight division for 3 years? And the last time he was in the welterweight division was 3 years prior, and it was a stoppage loss to Errol Spence Jr. Again, notice the things I say on my channel, they tend to age like fine wine. The stuff that some others say, you find points and sticking points that don't really add up when they're tried, true, and tested over time, like what Crawford said about Kell Brook. He only fought one person. Okay, then why'd you fight him 2 years later when he didn't have his longtime trainer, Dominic Ingle? He was no longer with his longtime promoter, Eddie Hearn, and he got some kind of trainer off Instagram. You know, that was like a cash out fight. And then Kell Brook fights Amir Khan, and they were both considered washed. Another guy that Terence Crawford got late in his career, and they put on pay-per-view, right? And after Khan and Brook fight, they both retire, which showed you like where their mentality was or where they were in that space of their career. So for Crawford to have made this Instagram live, I don't think it's aged well. Right? Where he's like, oh, what a Danny Garcia. Danny only fought one person, you know. But you look at Errol Spence's record, which we're talking about, which is why I'm saying it makes Errol Spence the A side. Errol Spence beat Shawn Porter. I thought Shawn Porter lost to Ugas, and that fight was the fight right before Errol Spence fought Shawn Porter in a unification. But guess what? It doesn't matter because Errol Spence's last opponent was Ugas, who I thought beat Porter. They didn't give it to him. And then he later became a champion, beating a Hall of Famer, Manny Pacquiao. I want to stop to my fight with Floyd. I will right? So the point I'm making is he already beat the guy and beat the guy. So he beat Shawn Porter in 2019. And even though I thought Shawn Porter really kind of should have lost his title to Ugas in the fight before, it doesn't matter because Errol got his hands on Ugas as well after he kept winning after the Porter fight. He kept winning, beating guys like Omar Figueroa and beating guys like Ramos and beating everybody was in front of him, culminating in the Pacquiao fight. So he was on a crazy win streak, and then Errol fought Ugas anyway. So Crawford, in his video, he was making it sound like, oh, what are these PBC guys doing much different? But it's really not rocket science. They're fighting guys who are perceived as fresher, better, more in prime, on win streaks, etc., or dangers to the division, period. And, you know, in that clip, and I had to remind y'all must have forgot, didn't I just say that? Y'all really forgot. That's what Crawford was saying. He was making it sound like his tenure with Top Rank is completely the same. He said something about, if I fight Aegis, then he's a top fighter. What are you talking about? Where did you get that from? You know, because Aegis, Mean Machine, Kavalauskas really fought Ray Robinson before he fought Crawford, and he should have lost that fight. But they said it was a draw, and you know, politics prevailed, so he was your mandatory, and that's why you fought him. So that's not the same for Errol Spence fighting Ugas off of his career best victory when he's a champion in a unification. You see what I'm saying? So in boxing, we can attempt to complicate these things, or we can make it as easy as possible. I prefer the easy way. Bottom line is PBC had the playground of welterweights that were considered in prime outside of Crawford. Crawford, he can't clone and fight himself, so he was stuck. And this is why I believe one of the reasons he's suing Top Rank. So this previous video really didn't age well because he's making it sound like he had the same opportunities, and we know that he didn't. And if he did have the same opportunities, why are you suing Bob Arum and Top Rank? So many questions. You let me know in the comment section. Subscribe, like, and comment. SLC. And I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.